LizP, our Selma, Elizabeth Office.
Elizabeth, I'm very interested in your platform, and I'm curious, though, knowing that you've had to deal with this, your thoughts on, you talk about therapy and staying in therapy. I know there's different medicine, different things that could be utilized for that. So what would be your preferred promotion when you say therapy that you'd encourage people to take part in?
Definitely talking to people. If you can't talk about what's going on, how are you ever going to be able to fix it? And I know some people think of medication as a wonderful quick fix, and that's all that it is a quick fix. If you are in serious danger of hurting yourself or others, medicine would be the thing to go to immediately. But then to wean yourself off, because you're not always going to have medicine around. You're going to have to learn to try and deal with depression until you are completely over it, and sometimes that takes years.
How did you develop your platform? What do you think was the key to developing your platform?
My experience with depression and having to overcome it, and all the issues I faced, I wanted to be able to spread the word about so that other people with depression wouldn't have to face friends not knowing what to do, parents just thinking they were lazy, and all of the negativity and self-doubt that came with it.
So what did you do specifically to overcome your depression?
I had to go to therapy, and I had to reevaluate who I was and who I wanted to really become. And once I was able to be comfortable with who I was able to make myself a much more positive person and really be able to laugh every day. And that was one of the goals that I had when I had depression, was I wanted to laugh.
And how old were you at the time of your accident?
It was the summer before 8th grade, so I was 13.
And how old are you now?
I'm 15.
Elizabeth, you said you wanted to pursue a career on Broadway. Have you been able to go to New York yet to see the Broadway shows?
I have. I went, and it was so phenomenal. I saw Wicked, and it just blew my mind. It really set in stone what I wanted to do.
So if you could have the lead role in any play, which one would you choose?
Play? I'd probably want to be Mary Catherine in Horton Foote's one act The Dancers. I was in a production of that, and she just was so syrupy sweet, and I thought it would be so fun to play a role like that.
Why the double major in journalism?
I love writing, and because of my story, I've noticed that everyone has a story, so I've wanted to really spread those stories as well. And I kind of have a backup for Broadway, and journalism kind of needs a backup too, but I'm just going to go for broke on that one.
Now, would you be a good theater critic?
Probably not. I love everything I see, and I'm so new in just living life that I wouldn't be able to tell acting from living and that sort of thing.
Elizabeth, how did you start tap dancing and when?
I started dance when I was about 18 months old with Little Mommy and Me classes, and I took a tap class here and there with them, and one day I decided I wanted to take tap again because I hadn't, and I fell in love with it, and I've chased my tap teacher around, and it's so amazing. And after having back surgery, coming back to tapping, it really opened my eyes, and I have such a new passion for it. And I'm so excited for you to see it on Tuesday night. It's so cool for me to be able to show y'all that.
What's the documentary about that you were featured in, or that you participated in?
It was about a British preteen who came over to America to do a pageant, and I was participating, so that's how I got featured.
Now, have you given up on skating? Ice skating?
Of course not. I love skating. I skate every morning still, and I actually just came from a competition, and I got gold in my free skate, and that was really just phenomenal to know that I've come in a year back to what took me 6 years to initially get, and I still love it. I've just taken a different route with it.
Knowing that you battled with depression and that we're always going to have adversities in front of us, what are some techniques and skills that you've developed for yourself to deal with that when you have a setback or a negative situation happen?
Well, I look at the world and my experiences through positive eyes, and I've put all my faith up here, and I know that everything happens for a reason.
What do you hope to gain from the Miss Texas, Team Texas competition, other than the crown, of course?
Scholarships are great. This week I really have been focusing on my relationship with other people. I wanted to come away with 2 really close friends, and I've already made 3 or 4, so it's really exciting for me.
How did you prepare for the pageant?
I've been preparing for a while. It started when I was born, and all of my experiences have shaped me to be who I am today. And because of who I am today, I feel that I've grown so much just in the past year as well. And that's been in preparation. It brought me here, and I feel actually very prepared standing in front of you. And I was nervous, and now I'm not, and it makes me happy.
In terms of a role model for young women, who do you feel is better? Which of these 2 is better role model for young women? Michelle Obama or Oprah Winfrey?
Oprah Winfrey definitely has more publicity with her, and she's definitely done a lot in the humanitarian aspect of it all, and she's very powerful, and I love that about her.
What would you say is your favorite piece of item in your wardrobe?
Probably my black gaucho pants, because they're my favorite thing to tap in, and they just let me move, but also at the same time they're kind of cute and stylish too.
Why do you want to be Miss Teen Texas?
I've thought about that a lot, and it would be the culmination of a year of growth and of learning and of experiences, and it would bring up so many new opportunities, and I didn't know what it meant to be a title holder before this year. And I've done work with the VA hospitals, and to see the look on one person's face when I visit them in their room, to know that I made them smile, that's what it's all about. It's not about having a crown on your head and looking pretty. It's about going out to other people and making their days better. And I crave that. That makes me feel amazing.
What's the funniest thing that's happened to you, say, in the last month or so?
My mom tried to do the chicken dance, and she ended up doing something completely different, and it looked more like the funky chicken, and it was in front of a lot of friends of mine, and it was interesting.
What's the most embarrassing thing your parents have ever done?
Well, my dad looks like Albert Einstein, and when I got in public with him, everyone always is asking, hey, is that Albert Einstein? And you can just hear them talking about it. And that's not so embarrassing, but it's when he hears them and he takes off his glasses and he does a profile and he'll use the Albert Einstein accent and he'll say, why, yes, I am. And it's funny sometimes. It's embarrassing when it's people I know. But I love him anyway, so it's all good.
Well, thank you very much. We really enjoyed speaking with you today.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you all later, okay?
Okay.